but I also have outgrown that. So of these 200, there's 200 worldwide cases only of these type of sarcoma that it was in my face. And there of the 200, I am the only surviving case at this time. But I'm probably the healthiest I've been since the war. So I feel great, and I don't see any reason I can't keep going. And I have, I think, proven that if you were to see, all of me at nationals to Chicago, that I can improve. And so if I don't see any reason, as long as I keep getting a better version of me, there's no reason to quit because I love the sport. And I think I do. I don't think I'm all that. I have room to grow, but I also think I have something to offer to bring to the stage with a stage presence, with an art and the posing that is unique and separate from everyone else up there. And I honor that. I like that. I want to keep bringing out that there can be more. You don't have to be stuck in a box.
It's like one of my favorite fighters coming up. My favorite boxers, like next to Ali, like Mike Tyson said. Mike Tyson, I just want to fight. I just want to fight. That's all I want to do is fight. I
Yeah.
don't care about anything else. I just want to go in there. It's like sign the contract, big boy. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, because to do the sport, you have to have a passion for it, and people understand that this is a tough sport. It's a stream sport. And because bodybuilding is not as mainstream. Like I remember back in the day when I used to watch bodybuilding was as a kid, like Arnold, was big, and you had guys like Lee Haney and that, and
Yeah.
if you think about bodybuilders, two people you mostly think of is Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk and the Terminator.
Yeah.
But this sport is, people always condemning it because there's always going to be that excuse about steroids, but
Yes.
or HGH, all that stuff. But that's only a small factor to the sport. Because one
Mhm.
thing, you can take. I got a friend. He's an IFBB pro. He told me like this, George. These guys can take the same shit I take, but if they don't follow the diet, they don't stay consistent, they don't do this and don't do that, they're not going to look like me. They're going to
Exactly.
look shit. Because that's the one thing, especially for you women, it's a lot tougher. Because it's like this: people, especially in this society here in America, and maybe just also in Russia, people don't like the idea of women with muscle. They feel
Hmm.
like it's not as feminine because like right now she got tank top guys on. Look at she's shredded to the bone. I mean, everything's popping right here. And I know you guys who are fans, we love it. We're schmoes. We love it because we get excited when we see leads like that. But I think everyday people just feel like, what? Why she want to be like that? Why she want to?
Hmm.
Yeah. It's just you get tired of hearing that sometimes. You ever have to deal with it especially on social media, especially even though you work in the gym. Sometimes you go out and about.
Yes, even in a gym. In the gym, I actually I'm one of the few women that has a lot of male clients because I'm built, and I lose female clients, like potential clients and things, unless they're really looking to be a competitor themselves, because they say to me, to my face, they've said, I don't want to look like that. I don't want to look
Yes.
like you. And then I have to remind them, but you can't. There's because not just because you don't want to, but if you were willing to work that hard, you'd already be halfway there, and you're too far behind the line to be able to get there. There's just you don't have it. I'm sorry, I that's the bluntness of me, but the truth is it's a rare thing. That's why there's so few women bodybuilders and physique women that are pro or that are even competing in the NPC. There's often not even a single competitor in physique or bodybuilding for women at many of those shows. I know because I'm training some and we go and we're the only one there. And that's a shame, but it's because it's hard and they can't get that lean. They can't get that big because they have to do all the work. They have to eat the food. They have to do the cardio. They have to be disciplined. And most people don't have that kind of discipline. They're just not interested in working that hard. They want that daily life balance, which is great. I'm not knocking it, but not all of us are made that way.
Yeah,
I
because just shout out to the great Ronnie Coleman who was there at Tampa. We got his reward. He says like everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, no one wants to heavy ass weight.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is that you, like I said, you can't be like her unless you don't follow those guidelines. Everybody's like, I just want to get toned, I want to get fit, I want to get. But like I said, when you get into the sport and you love it, you have a passion for it, and you find like, you know what, I want to keep going further. I just don't want to look fit. I want to look shredded like Wendy. I want to look really like cut. I want to look like I can go on the stage and hold my own. You know,
Yes.
you just really, this is a sport of passion, but also it's a special sport for women compared to the guys. I keep saying this: guys got to wear a pair of banana hammocks and board shorts. You know, you ladies, it costs y'all more. Like you got your hair done, your makeup, your jewelry, and just count just tanning your coaches. I know you
Yeah.
say you're working with Chelsea Warster, who was a IFBB pro, also
Yes.
Olympia. You still working with Chelsea?
I don't. She moved back to Oregon. She was here for a while. Every once in a while we'll touch base, but what I was looking for was opposing coach in that was face to face with me versus over a camera. It's just a little hard to see lines and details that way. So that's why how I ended up working with her, and I loved working with her. I would do that again in a heartbeat. So someday the opportunity may come again. So I just transitioned to another person this year because she was gone. But yeah, if I couldn't say enough good about her, you know.
Yeah, that's good. You have a good relationship. Here we got here a comment from KL. He says, he says, I saw her in my dreams the other night. I'm joking. You know, no, you're not joking. You know, you're not joking. You know, you're not joking. I know you, KL. I know you're me. You're muscle pull of smoke. There's an old, where's this old saying? Say, when you ladies rock hard, we're rock hard. So that's another story. But you know, it's just because you know it's tough. You know, the time the sacrifice you got to make. I know there's times where like when you want to spend time with friends, with your friends, or you want to go out and you say, I can't do that because you know I got to get ready, I got to work out, I got training more, I got to do my cardio, I got to stick to my diet. You know, especially
Yeah.
peak week, that's the toughest one of all because where you're so close, and also you don't want to deal with too much stress because you know stress can be one of the factors which can really hurt how your physique looks. You know, I've seen some ladies who look great just that week before, but then
Mhm.
something happens, and then when you got on stage, like, wow, I just,
It wasn't the same. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Stress
yeah.
is hard on our bodies, very hard.
Yeah. So right after your last shows, what was that thing you wanted the most, Wendy? That thing, that one thing that was calling for you. You know, you ladies are hungry, you're hangry, you're starving. What was that thing that you wanted? Yeah, that desired you, call for your name.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a first place person. So taking fifth, I was very honored and proud, and I do feel like I'm not I feel like I was placed where I probably belonged. And every day, every show, every time is a new group of competitors. And to take fifth in both of my first pro debuts, nothing to sneeze at by no means. But I'm not coming back until I'm going to be in the running for first. And that's just who I am.
That's pretty nice. I was asking which were things you ate last after the show.
Oh, what I ate? I didn't.
That's good. That's good. I should
That's
have said
funny. I misunderstand you. Yeah, what I ate. Let's see. um you're going to laugh, salmon and broccoli and shrimp.
that's no, that's nothing. You know, that's another reason I have women tell me you like sushi. This typical is pizza or burgers. You know, it's just what you want at that time.
Yeah,
I don't eat salmon. I don't eat fish like that. I don't
yeah,
know. I'm like I said, I like a nice piece of meat and something like some potatoes or something.
yeah.
Like this is how I'm country.
uh,
When you get to know me, I'm country. My mama, we raised us on good old fashioned food. And it's just that it's a lot to do this sport. The time you put it in, I know, it's good that you have support of of Anthony. He stand by you, and and all the people that stand in your corner. What would you say would you want more for yourself out of the sport?
More for myself. Gosh, that's a very good question.
Yes.
I want to be a better version of me every day. I want to be able to do this with still a confidence, but of grace and I guess humbleness, that I I'm just me, and I would like to be the best version of me every day. So I want to be able to wake up, make sure that I still take care of my husband. I'm still a good wife to him, a good person, and I think I can always improve on that. And I want to know that by doing the sport, instead of it tearing everything apart in my life, that it actually going to improve it. And I do feel like that's the biggest reason I enjoy continuing, besides being on stage, to continue to move forward with it, because I enjoy the idea that if I feel good in my own skin and who I am, I can be a better person for those around me, and I do a better job as a coach, as a, a friend, as a wife. So those are important things to me.
That's good. Here we got a comment from man KL. He says, "How much you eat in a day and train to be that shredded the way you are?" Because he look at the shreds right now. He's not looking at me like he look. She just did a show a couple weeks ago. She still looks like she can do one more. So what's your you have nutritionist? What's the diet like for you?
I am actually a pretty low carb person, probably, well, honestly, because I'm actually a type 1 diabetic. I was born with diabetes, which
Oh,
is, most people don't realize, and that's because I work hard at it. But so I average about 300 grams of protein a day, around 100. I kind of float between 75 and 150 grams of carbs, and then once every couple of weeks we throw in a 300 day or something. But for the most part, keep them a little low, and my fats stay around 60 to 100, so they're a little higher. So yeah.
yeah. I know I'm pre-diabetic, but my like I said, my doctor, my blood sugar really dropped down pretty good. It's not as high as it used to be because I've been doing some good things for myself. My mother was diabetic. One of my sisters diabetic. It's in my family. It's tough. Especially I think a lot of bodybuilders have to deal with it because it's affects the insulin, how your body develops, especially putting this much size of muscle. Here we got my man Lawrence. Shout out to him. He says this. He says, uh, Miss Wendy, keep on being you, and your legacy continues to inspire others around the world of health. That brings life in our mind, body, and soul. Thank you, Lawrence. Yeah, this is my man Lawrence. He's a big fan of you ladies. He's a big supporter.
Thank you,
And
Lawrence.
yeah, thank you. He's always coming through. I appreciate that. And yeah, it's just it's a lot to do the sport. The time you got to put in, the sacrifice you have to make, and and what motivates you as you get on that stage and and you want to be the best and competing with some of these top level ladies. What motivates you to keep going to do this sport?
I'm not even sure. It's like inbred in me. It's all I've ever known. Like, I was brought up like, second is okay. It isn't okay. It's either you're either the best at what you do, you're all or none. So in some ways, I have maybe an advantage over some people because I didn't have to learn to make this a priority or to put effort in like this, because it's all I've known. Um, I never, I didn't have, like, we didn't have I never learned how to ride a bike until I was 40, if that tells you anything. Like, I
Mm,
wasn't a kid. I wasn't ever allowed to do those kind of things. And I don't miss it because I didn't know what I was missing. I didn't know it was there even. But I do know that there is something that I was given, maybe by that process of the way I grow up, different than the average society I live in now. And that is that fortitude, and tenacity to continue pushing hard, even when I'm exhausted or sick or not feel well or have to have a treatment on my face, anything like that for the bone grafting around the metal, things like that. It never doubts my mind. I still need to go to work tonight. I still need to do my job. And this is now part of my job. Being a pro is part of my job. It is who I think I need to uphold that standard. If I want my clients to work at a certain level, I need to lead by example. And
mm-hmm.
so I never think of it any different. So what motivates me is just, every time that I achieve that, every day that I get to that level of where I want to be, um, or if I don't reach it, I can't wait for the next day. I can't wait for the next day and try again and just be a better version. And I love working out with my husband. He pushes me to points I didn't believe I could ever go before. He's really cool that way. Being a power lifter, he's so strong. And so it's kind of getting exciting because over the last couple of years, I'm lifting pound for pound with him, and sometimes more, because I don't have to change the weight to do the same exercise. And that's exciting. It's fun. And I like the challenge. I like the everyday of there's something more out there. There's something more to be. We can all be a better version of ourselves, whatever way we want to look at that. And for me, it's the more that I put into myself as far as pushing myself to be not just a better physical person, it allows me to have a better spirit. It gives me an energy, it's like an endorphin, I guess, you know.
Yeah, that's good because I think bodybuilding it should be more profitable for you competitors because if you think about it, you're competing in the red most of the time. Like this is
Mhm.
it's from a movie I used to watch, The Incredibles, where he was telling Mr. Incredible, his boss was telling him, it's your job is keep the company in the black. But this is a sport where you put more money in and get back out of it. Like one thing I
Yes.
like this, I think there should be more benefits. Like okay, like especially what you deal with cancer. You get sick, you might need to something might happen, you might have an emergency, you might have need insurance and stuff like that. Things like spousal insurance, things like health life insurance. I mean, we do the shows, even though you may not win. Like you saw the big prize was for the Texas Pro, one of the biggest prizes outside of the Olympia for winning physique, $15,000. Yeah, think about that. That's a good chunk of change. Arnold just shoot up it's about to shoot up the over men's division for 500,000, but then say, oh, there's no money or for women's bodybuilding or physique or figure at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, but you can come up with another $200,000 for men's open. But we all know this is how I say it, the men's
Hmm.
bodybuilding division is the bottom bitch. If you know anything about the Pippen game, they're the ones who bring the money to promoters. But still, I think not saying it should be equal with the men, but at least make it more profitable for you at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that this is nothing against Arnold, but I can see Arnold looking at this as women almost invaded his sport. I, kind of understanding his culture maybe a little more.